Saturday night game is Green Bay and Minnesota. Obviously, we know who the big stars are. What's the single biggest key?
Green Bay tackling Adrian Peterson. It's as simple as that. You know, we hear all the stats of the 409 yards that he's run for, but it's the 230 yards after initial contact that is just, it's dumbfounding.
You played against him. I mean, what's it like? Give us a sense of why, when we watch him and say he's so good, you played against him, what makes him so good?
He's everything. He's quick, fast. He runs so violently. The way he runs is just, it's knees and elbows, and it's just violent. And you've got to wrap him up. And I see these defensive backs trying to hit him high, and I don't understand it. I mean, I didn't try to hit him high.
You bounce off of him.
Yeah, just you've got to wrap him up low and hope for help.
So then we go to Sunday's game, Colts at Ravens. Please.
This is crazy.
Colts and Ravens. The key for the Ravens offensively is Ray Rice. Just beat Ray Rice. I don't think the Colts defense can hold up, particularly on the edges. If they can get Ray Rice on the outside, whether it be outside zone run plays or screens and all those kind of things, it's it's a great story they had in Indy. I think it's a growing process for quarterbacks coming into the playoffs for the first time, and similar to what Andy Dalton went through last year, I think he'll do better this year. But I think Baltimore's too much.
And then the late game on Sunday is the two rookies going head-to-head with Wilson and RG3. What do you see as the key to that game?
Very similar teams offensively. Great running games, great young quarterbacks. The defense will start to decide this game. And I think the Redskins have done a good job defensively. Jim Haslett has been very innovative in how he's trying to create pressure. They don't have a guy that can put their hands in the dirt and beat you one-on-one rushing the passer on a consistent basis, and I think that's their biggest problem. Where Seattle, on the other hand, they can organically create pressure. 4 guys, 2 good cover corners, and get after you.
You know, we saw Andy Dalton last year as a rookie go to the playoffs. They lose to Houston 31-10. He throws 3 interceptions that game, no touchdown. Your expectation, 3 rookies.
I guess he went next.
And then the 2 Russell Wilson and RG3 against one another. Do you think they'll have rough outings because of how it gets ratcheted up in the playoffs?
I think Andrew Luck basically had the toughest challenge. I think Russell Wilson will be the only one to come out of this weekend playing next weekend. Put it that way. Well, something has to give.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and I think the Ravens will beat the Colts.
Sunny is here. You will all obviously mostly remember you as a Miami Dolphin, but you played briefly in Washington. Now, all of a sudden on the cover of the Daily News today, the New York Daily News. If you haven't seen it, we have it up for you on ESPN2, and I've got it up on Twitter at ESPN Greeny. There's a picture of Rex Ryan in his strangely timed vacation in the Bahamas, and he has a tattoo on his right bicep that clearly is of his wife, and she's wearing she's in a somewhat seductive pose, and she's wearing a Mark Sanchez jersey, and she may or may not be Tebow. And before we get your perspective on this,